praise the Most High. I know your name now. A higher, I feel. Jumped in the gang now. If you ain't coming slave cargo ships, then who's you? Cause I've been reading the Bible lately and found out we's the real Jews. They lying, they ain't telling us the truth. Elder gave me the game and he's showing me the proof. He said, brother, who is you? Then took me to Deuteronomy. Man, they screwing us over, spiritual side of me. I know you saw you died for me. Ain't know he was kin to me. Got us breaking Sabbath and lying to us religiously. And I don't appreciate none of that. I went to Catholic school. They ain't told me nothing about Deuteronomy 28:68. Lying. So gang banging, I denounce that. Catholicism, I denounce that. That white dude they call Jesus, yeah, Borgia, I denounce that. I got hedge where my house at, scripture where my mouth at. Aromo, I make it dance like David, so place we rock that. Jesus still a soldier for the Most High.
Forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the glory. In the name of Yeshua, so be it.
Hallelujah. Shalom, family. The topic today, the curses of Israel, DNA. The curses of Israel is our DNA, family. Hallelujah. Curses today is our DNA. That's how you can know that we're Israelite. From the King James 1611 Bible. First scripture, we'll go to Psalms, 137 Psalms. Psalms 137. Psalms 137 Psalms.
Psalm 137?
Yeah. Verse 1, read all the way to 9, Cap.
Psalms 137, verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, we wept. When we remembered Zion, we hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the highest song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall she be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that talketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones.
Hallelujah. Psalm 137, King David's talking about by the rivers of Babylon. David's talking in spirit about us going to captivity with Edom. Okay, our family don't know who Edom is. Again, Edom. Genesis 25:25, he's red and hairy.
That's right.
Genesis 25:25, he's red and hairy, our brother. See, by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down and wept, as we remember Zion, we hanged our harps on the willows in the midst thereof. For they that carried us away captive required us a song, and they that wasted us required a mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. King David said, how should we sing a higher song in a strange land? If I forget, O Jerusalem, let that right hand forget not her cunning. If I do remember thee, and the tongue cleaving to the roof of my mouth, I prefer not Jerusalem or my chief joy. So by the rivers of Babylon, David prophesied that Israel will go into captivity on slave ships, okay? Daniel 1:1-8, Daniel 1:1-8.
Daniel 1:1, verse 8. Daniel 1, verse 8, brother?
Daniel chapter 1, verse 1.
Gotcha, brother.
Read all the way up to 8.
Yes, sir. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, named Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And Yahweh gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of Yahweh, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God.
Who God?
His God.
His who?
His God. And he brought the vessels into the treasures house of his God.
His who?
His God. And the king spake unto Asaphat, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children of the womb, in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom and cunning in knowledge and understanding in knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now, among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hannah, Mishael, and Azariah.
All right, now, again, Daniel and his 3 friends are going to captivity. They're going on in captivity, right? Okay, now the king gonna change their names, same way they changed Israel's name, right? Now
That's
again, number 6. Now these were of the children of Yehuda: Daniel, Hananiah, okay, Mishael, and Azariah. Now, read 7, Cap.
Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names.
Gave what?
Gave names.
Gave what?
Gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar.
All right, now that's the name of Satan he gave Daniel. Come on, now they changed Israel's name, they changed our father's name, they changed our names, family. Come on, Cap, can you read?
And to Hananiah of Sadrach, and Mishael of Meshach, and Azariah of Abednego. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
Oh, look, now we see that Daniel and his 3 friends are going to captivity, that they changed their name. Family, again, these curses is our DNA. They're going to show us who we are according to scriptures in the Bible. You don't
That's
know
right.
DNA from Northern Nation of people. Our DNA is King James 16:11 in the Bible. Second precept, Cap, Jeremiah 5:14.
Jeremiah
5:14 all the way to 22.
Jeremiah 5. Jeremiah 5, verse
14 all the way to 22.
Jeremiah 5, verse 14.
Yeah, 14.
Wherefore thus saith Yahweh of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. Lo, I will bring a nation upon you from far, O house of Israel, saith Yahweh. It is a mighty nation, it is an ancient nation, a nation whose language thou knowest not.
Right there. Now, the nation ain't gonna take up captive. They not gonna know our language. We're not gonna know their language. So how can they know our father's name? Go ahead, Cap.
Knowest not, neither understand what they say. The quiver is as an open subject. They are all mighty men, and they shall eat up thy harvest and thy bread, which thy sons and thy daughters should eat. They shall eat up of thy flocks and thy herds. They shall eat up thy vines and thy fig trees. They shall impoverish thy fenced cities, wherein thou trustest with thy sword.
Stop right there. Now, he's saying in 17, and they shall eat up thy harvest and thy bread, which thy sons and thy daughters should eat. And they shall eat up thy flocks and thy herds, and shall eat up thy vines and thy fig trees, and shall impoverish the fenced cities which thou trusted with the sword. Now, everything these other nations were in captivity slave, they stripped everything from us, and they took everything. We don't own anything.
That's right.
That's how we know that this is our DNA. Keep on reading, Cap.
Nevertheless, in those days, saith Yahweh, I will not make full end with you. And it shall come to pass, when ye shall wherefore doeth Yahweh all these things unto us, then shalt thou answer them, like as ye have forsaken me, and served strange gods. Strange gods in your land, so shall ye serve strangers in a land that is not yours. Declare this in the house of Jacob, and publish it in Judah, saying, Hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, said Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it.
Hallelujah. Peace over that, Cap. Let's go to Jeremiah 6:11. Jeremiah 6:11.
Jeremiah 6, verse 11.
We all the way to 19.
Therefore, I am full of the fury of Yahweh. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days, and their houses shall be turned unto others with their fields and wives together.
All right now. Now, the Bible is prophesying that everything we strip from our wives, our kids, our houses, our land and everything. That's why we don't own anything over here, family. Come on, Captain, keep reading. 12.
For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, said Yahweh. For them, the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to the covetous, and from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace.
Now you got the pastors and preaching peace and no law, statute, commandments, and judgment, saying peace, peace, where there's no peace. There's judgment coming, family.
That's right.
Judgment coming to Israel because we broke our Father's law, statute, commandments, and we were out here preaching no laws, no statutes, no commandments, no judgment. Keep reading, Cap.
Well, they ashamed when they had committed abomination, nay, they were not all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore, they will fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, said Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore, hear ye, O nations. O know, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it.
Hallelujah. Now, for Israel being disobedient to our Father's law, statute, commandments, and judgment was why we kept game over here on slave ships. Again, the topic today is King James 1611, Israel, DNA.
That's right.
That's how we find ourselves in King James 1611. Okay, precept that cap. Deuteronomy 28, 24.
Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28, 24. We're going to see how we got in this mess.
Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28, 24.
Yahweh shall make the rain of the land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And the carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away.
Now, how you say 26? And thy carcass shall be as meat of all the fowls of the air,
and unto the beasts of the earth,
and no man shall fray them away. Family, when we came over here, they hung us on the trees.
That's right.
They killed us, and our ancestors, our family, our friends walk past us. They cannot touch us. They cannot fray off the flies and nets. None of that. They cannot come and save you at all. They can't even look your way.
That's right.
So the Bible's telling you that thy carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the air, unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. Keep reading, Cal.
Yahweh will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. Yahweh shall smite thee with madness, and blindness, and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
So we're done. Now, when something go down with Israel, we have an incident come down with Israel. We group at noonday, like the Bible says. I'm going to read it again, Cal.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Now, this is a higher work because we broke his law, statutes, and commandments. No matter how much we try to fight our enemies right, we was not going to win. Nobody's ever redeemed but Yeshua and a higher. And because we broke his law, statutes, and commandments, and it's not, we received the curse of his mouth. So all these curses are going to come upon Israel before we broke his law, statutes, and commandments, and judgment. Keep reading, Cal. 30.
Thou shalt betroth the wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Another man what?
Lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell in therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and their eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
How you say there should be no might in our hand, family? And all this happened to Israel. This is our sign. This is our wonder.
That's right.
This is our DNA showing you that we know, we remember all this stuff happened to us as Israelites, right?
That's right.
And the Bible's only speaking about to Israelites.
That's
Israel,
right.
For Israelites, by the Israelites. So we know that this right here is a sign showing us who we are as a nation of people. Keep reading, Cap.
The fruit of thy hand and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed alway, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. Yahweh shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed. From the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head, Yahweh shall bring thee, and thy king thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods.
So, brother, who?
Other gods.
Other who?
Other gods.
Again, now we over here don't land about enemies. We serving God, Lord, Jesus, which is other gods. Our Father have a name. His name is High.
That's right.
Said, and the High shall bring thee, and thy king shall set over thee into a nation neither nor thy fathers have known. So our fathers ain't know these other gods that we're coming up on. They know our higher in your sight. They never
That's
know
right.
Lord God Jesus. Come on now. Keep reading that.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations.
How many nations?
All nations.
Now again, I like that one. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. These are not our names, family. We got holy name. We got set apart name. Our
That's
Father
right.
named us. So these names gonna change. They change our name and they change the Father's name. To bywords, astonishment, proverbs. Keep reading chapter 8.
Thou shalt carry much seed on out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine, nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all the coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast his fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
All right, now we know that when we came away in slavery captivity, we was not able to enjoy our sons and our daughters, King. It says, thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they should go into captivity. When they came into captivity, they had to serve our masters, which means oppressor. They had to serve our masters as dolls, baby dolls, as play toys, as servants, as whores, all that, family. Keep reading, count.
It says, thou shalt, all thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
All right, now, again, it says, the stranger that's within thy gates. Now, we had the Arabs, we had the Philistines, we had all those nations that was with us, right?
That's right.
It says, that stranger within thy gates shall get up above thee very high. Now, all these stores around here, who own these stores? Arabs, right? The Philistines, right?
That's
Edomites,
right.
We
That's
don't
right.
own nothing. So this is our DNA, family, showing us who we are according to these scriptures. Keep reading, count.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
Now, a sign pointing to something, family. A sign pointing to, when we read these curses, it's pointing back to Israel.
That's right.
And the Bible's talking about Israelites. This only happened to the Israelites. Keep reading, count.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Hallelujah. Keep reading, count.
Because thou servest not Yahweh with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
All right, now we would not understand their tongue, they would not understand our tongue. They fear our Father, so they will not be called on high name.
That's right.
For it says, therefore should I serve thy enemies, which the highest shall sin against thee, for hunger and thirst and of nakedness and of want of all things, family. We go to Edom, we go to the Philistines, we go to Moab, we go to them for everything we need. We
That's
don't own
right.
nothing over here.
That's right.
Okay, 49 says,
Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
as who?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
We know eagle represent all these other nations that we went slavery captivity to. Keep reading, Captain.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Please have that cat, Jeremiah 8 and 8.
Jeremiah 8 and 8.
We don't even talk.
Jeremiah 8 and 8.
We don't even talk.
Jeremiah 8 and 8. How do we say we are wise? And the law of Yahweh is with us. Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain.
Pen of the who?
The pen of the scribes is in vain.
Now the scribes gonna be Pharisees, Sadducees, which were Israelites. But family, keep me count.
The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken low. They have rejected the word of Yahweh. And what wisdom is in them?
What wisdom in them? What spirit do Israelites got to go around going against our high law, statutes, commandments, and teaching those lies? Keep reading, count.
Therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. For everyone from the least even unto the greatest is given to covetousness. From the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely.
And we know the prophets of Ahia, priests of Ahia, all teaching lies and hypocrisy against our Father in his name and his commandments, saying the law, statutes, commandments is done away with. Keep reading, count.
For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, where there is no peace, where they are ashamed. And when they had committed abomination, nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. I will surely consume them, saith Yahweh. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the things that I have given them shall pass away from them.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. We said that Jeremiah 11:22, Cap. Jeremiah 11:22.
Jeremiah 11:22. Jeremiah 11, verse 22. Therefore, thus saith the Yahweh of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword, their sons and their daughters shall die by famine, and there shall be no remnant of them. For I will bring evil upon the men of Anath, even the year of their visitation.
Hallelujah. Now we know we're seeing that the Bible's going to Israel. All this stuff that happened to us for a reason, because we broke out our Father's law, statutes, commandments, family. You got to get it right. I'm going to read
That's
the Bible
right.
and come back to King James 16:11, law, statutes, commandments, and judgment, and get it right with higher.
That's
to
right.
make up for everything our ancestors did against our Father. So he said he's going to pour a spirit on us in the last days, and he have. We're awakening right now. Let's wake up the righteous way and follow a higher in your sight.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Jeremiah 13:17.
Jeremiah
13:17.
Jeremiah 13,
We don't 25.
verse 17. But if you will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places for your pride, and my eyes shall weep sore and run down with tears, because Yahweh's flock is carried away captive.
Who?
Flock is carried away captive.
Keep reading, Cap.
Say unto the king and to the queen, humble yourselves, sit down, for your principality shall come down, even the crown of your glory.
Now, so the queens who you are and kings who you are. He said, Say unto the king and to the queen, humble yourselves and sit down, for your principalities shall come down even to the crown of your glory. Keep reading, Cap. 19.
The cities of the south shall be shut up, and none shall open them. Judah shall be carried away captive. All of it. It shall be wholly carried away captive.
Okay, wholly carried away means how you doing because we broke his law, statutes, commandments. We was wholly, all of us. It didn't say some of us. All of Yehuda was carried away captive. Wholly carried away.
That's right. Lift up your eyes and behold them that come from the north. Where is the flock that was given thee, thy beautiful flock? What wilt thou say when he shall punish thee? For thou hast taught them to be captains, and as chief over thee shall not sores take thee as a woman in travail? And if thou say in thy heart, wherefore come these things upon me? For the greatness of thy iniquity are thy skirts discovered, and thy heels made bare. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Therefore will I scatter them as the stubble that passes away by the wind of the wilderness. This is thy lot, thy portion of thy measures from me, said Jehiah, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood. Therefore will I...
Now, it says, this is thy lot and thy portion of thy measure. From me, says Jehiah, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood. We believe in lies. We believe in this God, this Lord, this message the world gave us, the other nation God. And
that's right.
Lawless, no laws, no statutes, no judgment, commandment. The whole Bible talking about laws, statutes, commandments, and judgment, okay? And that's why Israel failed. The other nations, they don't have to worry about no laws, statutes, commandments, and judgment. Only us. The laws were given to only Israel.
That's right.
Okay. Precept of that count. Jeremiah 15 and 7.
Jeremiah 15, verse 7. And I will fan them, a fan in the gates of the land. I will bereave them of children. I will destroy my people since they return not from their ways. Their widows are increased to me above the sand of the seas. I have brought upon them against the mother of the young men a spoiler at noonday. I have caused him to fall upon it suddenly and terrors upon the city. She that hath borne 7 languishes. She hath given up the ghost. Her son is gone down while it was yet day. She has been ashamed and confounded, and the residue of them will I deliver to the sword. Before their enemies, said Jehiah, woe is me, my mother, thou hast borne me a man, a strife, a man of contention to the whole earth. I have neither lent on usury, nor men have lent to me on usury. Yet every one of them doeth curse me.
The world won't curse us because our Father, we choose cursing instead of blessing. They broke how he lost his commandment. This is 8. And their widows are increased to me above the sand of the seas. And I have brought up them against the mother and of the young, and the men is born of noonday. And I have caused him to fall upon it suddenly in the terrors of the city. She that has borne 7 languages, she that has given up the ghost, her son is gone down while it is yet day.
She has been ashamed and confounded.
And the residue of them will deliver the sword before their enemies, says the higher. So realize, again, we got to go back to the laws, statutes, commandments.
That's right.
So
that's right.
This curse can come off of us. It's simple. Come out to the laws, statutes, commandments, judgment. Jeremiah 15, 18, Cap.
Jeremiah 15, 18.
All the way to 21.
Why is my pain perpetual, and my wound incurable, which refuses to be healed? Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar, and as waters that fail? Therefore thus saith Jehiah, if thou return, then will I bring thee again, and thou shalt stand before me. And if thou take forth thy precious from the vial, thou shalt be as my mouth. Let them return unto thee, but return not thou unto them. And I will make thee unto this people a fenced brazen wall, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee to save thee and to deliver thee, said Jehiah. And I will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked, and I will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible.
Hallelujah. Now, how you love us so much, after all we done done, he still said he going to redeem Israel. That's a blessing.
That's right.
Simply, laws, statutes, commandments, judgment, family, okay? Precept of that, Jeremiah 16, 19.
Jeremiah 16.
We're already 21.
Verse 19. O Jehiah, my strength, and my fortress, and my refuge, in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies.
Inherited what?
Lies.
Inherited what?
Lies.
Oh, yeah, can you read that?
Vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Now, when we call on Lord God, Jesus, all these other nations, God and stuff, it's no profit.
No profit.
No profit. It's vanity, and they are lies, family. They're lies, but that's not
That's right.
the Savior of Israel. Keep reading, Cap.
Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?
Hallelujah. Keep reading.
Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know, I will cause them to know my hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is
What?
a higher. That my name is a higher.
You got a set apart name, family. He's still talking about his name. Okay?
That's right.
Jeremiah 2:11. Jeremiah 2:11.
Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2, verse 11.
Jeremiah 2:11.
Has a nation changed their gods?
Say what? Say it again.
Has a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit.
Keep reading, Cap.
Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be very desolate, said Jehoiah, for my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountains of the living waters, and hewed them cisterns and broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Hallelujah. Now,
Hallelujah.
go back to the language. It says that has the nation changed their gods?
Which are yet no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit.
Now, all these other nations still call on their gods. Israel don't have a God. We have a higher.
That's
the Father
right.
have a name. The Son have a name. All these nations, they can't have the right name. All of them call on the same name.
That's
What
right.
calling on? They call on Lord God Jesus, which is Baal. Okay, count Jeremiah 21.
Jeremiah 21.
20 verse 1. Jeremiah chapter 20 verse 1.
Jeremiah 20, verse 1. Now, Pashur, the son of Immer the priest, who was also chief governor in the house of Jehoiah, heard that Jeremiah prophesied these things. Then Pashur smote Jeremiah the prophet, and put him in the stocks that were in the high gate of Benjamin, which was by the house of Jehoiah. And it came to pass on tomorrow that Pashur brought forth Jeremiah out of the stocks. Then said Jeremiah unto him, Jehoiah has not called thy name Pashur, but Magor Missapah. Magor Missapah. For this said Jehoiah, behold, I will make thee a terror to thyself and to all thy friends, and they shall fall by the sword of their enemies, and thy eyes shall behold it, and I will give all Judah to the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall carry them captive into Babylon, and shall slay them with the sword.
Now, this scripture here is for that highest and prophesied. We're prophets today. We're the day's prophet. The world
That's
don't say
right.
that, but we're the day of the highest prophet today. We send the world out to Israel to bring Israel back to the
That's
Father.
right.
Okay? And it's right here saying that our Father's word is going to stand. And when you read this Bible is all about prophecy, that our Father's word will not fall to the ground. When he spoke it, it's going to happen, family. So everything that's in this Bible, it's going to happen.
That's right.
Getting it right, having our Savior, Messiah, the Messiah that's going to come back and redeem Israel, that's going to happen, family. But we got to go back to the laws, statutes, commandments, and judgment. Keep recapping.
That's right.
Use that 5, right?
Yep. Moreover, I will deliver all the strength of this city and all the labors thereof and all the precious things thereof and all the treasures of the kings of Judah will I give into the hand of their enemies, which shall spoil them and take them and carry them to Babylon. And thou, Pashur, and all that dwell in the house shall go into captivity, and thou shalt come to Babylon, and there thou shalt die and shalt be buried. There thou and all thy friends to whom thou hast prophesied lies.
Prophesy what?
Lies. O Jehoiah, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I. I has prevailed. I am in desertion daily. Everyone mocketh me. For since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and swore, because the word of Jehoiah was made a reproach unto me and a desertion daily.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Precept that cap, Jeremiah 26:13.
Jeremiah 26:13. Jeremiah 26, verse 13. Therefore, now amend your ways and your doings, and obey the voice of Yahweh.
Amend your what?
Amend your ways.
Family, we gotta amend our ways and get back what our Father promised us. Family, keep reading, Cap.
It said, amend your ways and your doings, and obey the voice of Yahweh, and Yahweh will repent him of the evil that he has pronounced against you.
Jeremiah 27:19.
Jeremiah 27:19. For thus said Yahweh of hosts concerning the pillars, and concerning the sea, and concerning the bases, and concerning the residue of the vessels that remain in this city, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, took not, when he carried away captive Joachim, the son of Joachim, king of Judah, from Jerusalem to Babylon, and all the nobles of Judah and Jerusalem. Ye, thus said Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of Israel, concerning the vessels that remain in the house of Yahweh and in the house of king of Judah and of Jerusalem. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there shall they be until the day that I visit them, said Yahweh. Then will I bring them up and restore them to this place.
Now we know all the stuff that came from our father's house. We're not gonna find none of that stuff, none of those vessels, none of that stuff that Solomon built for the house of Yahweh.
That's right.
We're not gonna find that stuff, but he said until the day of his visitation. So we'll never see this stuff, okay? Keep reading, Cap, Jeremiah 29:11.
Jeremiah 29, verse 11.
Read all the way to 14.
For I know the thoughts that I know the thoughts, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, said Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you, and ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart.
He said you better seek him with all the time. How you love us? He said, for I know thy thoughts and I think towards you, that I think toward you. Thus says Yahweh, the thoughts of peace and not evil. So Yahweh don't think evil of us. He loves us. Keep reading, Cap.
And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart, and I will be found of you, said Yahweh, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations and from the places whither I have driven you, said Yahweh, and I will bring you again into the place when I caused you to be carried away captive.
Oh, we got precept that Jeremiah 33:7.
Jeremiah 33, verse 7. Jeremiah 33, verse 7. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as at the first. And I will cleanse them from all their iniquity, whereby they have sinned against me. And I will pardon all their iniquities whereby they have sinned, and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise, and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them. And they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it.
Now, when we go back to the Law Testament, our Father loves us so much, He's going to bring us back home.
That's right.
That's right. See, our precept of that is, Cap, is Ezekiel 5:5-17. Ezekiel 5:5.
Ezekiel 5:5. Ezekiel 5:5.
Read all the way to 17.
Ezekiel 5:5.
17.
Oh, it's 17. Thus saith Yahweh, this is Jerusalem. I have set it in the midst of the nations and countries that are round about her. And she has changed my judgments into wickedness, more than the nations, and my statutes, more than the countries that are round about her. For they have refused my judgments and walked, and they have not walked in them.
Hallelujah. Now we see that he says, and she has changed my judgment and unto wickedness, and to the nations then, and to more than the nations. So we did more wicked, changing our Father's names and all such commandments more than the heathens. Keep going, Calvin.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, because ye multiplied more than the nations that are round about you, and have not walked in my statutes, neither have kept my judgments, neither have done according to the judgments of the nations that are round about you, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, and will execute judgments in the midst of thee, in the sight of the nations. And I will do in thee that which I have not done, and whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thy abominations. Therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgments in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds. Wherefore, as I live, said Yahweh, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all the detestable things, and with all thy abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee. Neither shall my eye spare, neither will I have any pity.
Now, we bought all kind of stuff in the higher sanctuary. Again, we bought Lord God, Jesus, those statues and all this Christmas trees.
That's right.
Easter.
That's
all
right.
that kind of stuff. Thanksgiving, all that stuff we bring down our higher sanctuary. He gonna punish us for this, family. Let's get it right. Come on, keep reading, count.
A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee, and a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee, and I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. Thus shall my anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them. I will be comforted, and they shall know that I, Ahiah, have spoken it in my zeal, when I have accomplished my fury in them. Moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all that pass by.
Now, Ahiah said, moreover, I will make thee a waste and a reproach among all the nations. All the nations hated us. All
That's
the
right.
nations had their hands on us. All the nations killed us. All the nations did all this wickedness to us, family. And Ahiah did it because we didn't do his laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. Go ahead, count 15.
So it shall be a reproach and a taunt, an instruction, and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgment in thee, in anger and in fury and in furious rebukes. I have spoken. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So will I send upon you famine, evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee. And pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring thee a sword upon thee. I have spoken it.
Our father said it. He spoke it. Family, this is why it happened to Israel. We have to wake up, get back to the law, statutes, commandments, and judgment. Hallelujah. Isaiah 3:1, chapter 26.
Isaiah 3:1. Isaiah 3, verse 1. For behold, Yahweh of hosts, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water, the mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them, and the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable.
Stop right there. Now we know that the world called that black on black crime, right? Also, he said the captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning officer and the eloquent orator. Now we know it's gonna be a shortage of man, right?
That's right.
He's gonna be a short of a man because all this is a curse happening to Israel, right? Keep reading.
And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the angel, and the base against the honorable. When a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, saying, Thou hast clothing, be thou our ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their turn and their doings are against Yahweh to provoke the eyes of his glory. They show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hid it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
We have rewarded evil to ourselves, family. Come on, let's get back to the laws. Let's wait, family.
That's right.
Okay? To read and count.
Say ye to be righteous, that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. As for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
Hallelujah. We have to take this right here slow.
That's
For my
right.
people, to my Israel, children should be their oppressors. So our children are our oppressors today, right?
That's right.
He says, and women rule over them, okay? Now we gotta realize when I say women rule over us, you got women pastor these days. You got women actually ruling men. Men sitting home while women go to work, okay?
That's right.
Now this is a curse. It said, oh my people, they was that lead thee cause these errors. So all this stuff is a curse to Israel. When you got a woman over you, right? And you sit home being lazy, right?
That's right.
And you got women pastors. Women are supposed to teach, okay? Keep reading count. And they just hold on. And destroy the way of the path. So they're going to destroy the way of the path of Ohio. Keep reading 13.
And Yahweh standeth up to plead and stand to judge the people. Yahweh will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof, for ye have eaten up the vineyard. The spoil of the poor is in your house. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, said Yahweh of hosts. Moreover, Yahweh says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty,
Daughters of Zion.
and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making a tingling with their feet. Therefore Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. The crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And Yahweh will discover their secret parts. In that day, Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkle ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains, and the bracelets, and the mufflers, and the bonnets, and the ornaments of the leg, and the head, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings, the rings and nose rings, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins.
Now, how he's talking about the parable, family? Because he knows all this stuff will be created before us, right? Now he's talking about the cars, he's talking about the jewelry, he's talking about the cell phones, he's talking about all that. When they say round towers like the moon, he's talking about the cars today. He's saying, in that day, how he will take away the bravery of the tinkling ornaments about their feet and the calls and their round tires like the moon.
That's right.
He said, and the chains and the bracelet and the mufflers and the bonnets and the ornaments of their legs and the headbands and the tablets, which mean today's cell phones. Family, keep reading.
The rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Men shall fall by the sword.
I'm sorry, Captain. Now, 24. And it should come to pass, instead of a sweet smell, there should be stink. And instead of a griddle, a rent. Instead of well-set hair, baldness. Now, Zion. That's why the women of Zion do not have hair.
That's right.
You watch Jerry Springer, you'll see that they're going Jerry Springer, that wicked show, they get into a fight. Sister have on long hair. They get into a fight. Next thing you know, the wig get poured out. Daughters of Zion. No hair. The perms we put in our head, sisters, is a curse.
That's right.
Everywhere you go, none of our sisters, daughters of Zion, don't have their original hair. Why? Because this is the curse from Ohio. Somebody to me, all sister families.
That's right.
Sister, I don't have the sign. Daughters of Zion, if you can see this is spiritual. This is our father. This is Daughters of Zion, how you should dress, how you should look. This and that. not as that, not as a nation, not as an Egyptian. Egyptians show half of their body, and so that he said, be modest, okay? Now, this curse came upon the daughters of Zion because they broke the laws, statutes, and commandments also, okay?
That's right.
And keep you finish that? Is it 26?
Nope, 25.
25, well,
The men shall fall by the sword.
Fall by the what?
Fall by the sword.
So that boy should be as short as the band, right? Well, we're gonna notice that's not gonna recognize today. Keep reading.
And thy mighty in thy war, and her gates shall be lamented and mourned, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Read 4:1, Captain. 4:1 gonna answer about the short of the band.
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man.
7 what?
7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Well, on what?
Wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Now, again, the day in landing our captivity, brothers and sisters, they ain't gonna fall by the sword. It's gonna be a sword to man. It's gonna be 7 women to 1 man today.
That's right.
That's why you got so-called many players out here, because it's a sword to man. Because of the curses, right? He said, in that day, 7 women should take hold of 1 man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Now, in the kingdom, a lot of Israelites like saying, this is in the kingdom. What woman you know in the kingdom will say her husband, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. That lets you know they say, I'm going to pass if I want to. I do what I want to do. I just want to be called by your name.
That's right.
This is not going to happen in the kingdom.
That's
this
right.
is happening right now in the day, okay? Precept of that cap is Luke 23:28.
Luke 23:28. Luke 23:28.
Now this is gonna say Yeshua. This is gonna say Yeshua when he came that we still waiting up going to captivity because we also crucified Yeshua. Okay, keep reading, Cap.
But Yeshua, turning unto them, said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children.
Weep for who?
For yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in which they shall say, blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never gave suck. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry?
Now we see the scripture right here, says it all, it says a lot. Israel was still sitting when Yeshua, our Savior, came. The Pharisees, Sadducees crucified Yeshua, right? And he talked to the daughters of Zion, right?
That's right.
Yeshua said to the daughters, he said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and your children, because he knew that we were going to go into slavery captivity after he got crucified. He said, behold, the days come, and which ye shall say, blessed is the barren, and the womb that never bare, and the paps that never gave suck. Then should they begin to say unto the mountains, fall on us, and the hills cover us. But they do this thing to the green, they will do it to the dry. So he said, they're going to do everything that they're doing to him, they're going to do it to us. Also, when they hang Yeshua on the cross, also after he died for us, we went on those crosses. But he says it's going to happen to us too, okay? John 12:15, Cap. John 12:15.
John 12. Verse 15. Fear not, daughter of Zion.
Fear not who?
Daughter of Zion. Behold, thy king cometh, sitting on an ass coat.
Like, Yeshua talking about the daughter of Zion. He coming, sitting on the ass coat. Come on now, family. Yeshua came for us. He coming for us, but he's warning us about what's going to happen to us, okay? Precept that, and Yeshua going to continue on warning us. Matthew 27:24, Cap.
Matthew 27:24. Matthew 27:24.
Now we're going to see how this blood came on Israel because of what we did to Yeshua. Because the curses continue, family, because of our disobedience.
Matthew 27, verse 24. When Pilate saw that he could not prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children.
Now, our ancestors, family, put this curse upon us again because we crucified Yeshua. He said when Pilate saw that he could not prevail nothing, but that he rather had a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hand. And Pilate washed his hand with it because he said Yeshua was this innocent man, right? He says, I am innocent of this blood of this just person. So be it. Then answered our ancestors Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. So all Yeshua's blood is on us, family, because of our ancestors.
That's right.
Okay, Luke 21:12.
Luke 21:12. Luke 21:12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Now, this is the highest warning of the daughters of Zion and the Israelites. What's going to happen to them after he died? He said, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you and deliver you into the synagogue and into the prisons, being brought before the kings and the rulers for my name's sake, so family. He said for his name's sake, they're going to do all this stuff. So they're going to hate Yeshua. They hate Yeshua.
That's right.
He said for his name's sake.
That's right.
Okay, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Come on, family, keep recapping.
And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed, both by parents and by brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not...
For what? They'll be hated for who?
For my name's sake.
Again, the other nations hate Ahia, they hate Yeshua. Why would they call him?
Right.
That's why they don't call that name. That's why they call him Lord God Jesus. He said, you'll be hated all for my name's sake. Walk around and tell people that Jesus loves you. They'll applaud you. Or say Yeshua loves you. Or you're a Muslim.
That's right.
It's not, you speak another language, whatever. Hey, this name is in Hebrew. Ahia is a Hebrew name. Yeshua
right.
is a Hebrew name. Jesus is what? Earth pig?
Earth pig.
Jesus. There's a billion Jesus walking around here today. Keep on reading.
It says, but there shall not a hair of your head perish. In your patience poses ye your souls. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judah flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
You should be led what?
Captive into all nations.
Now, Yeshua is telling you about captivity and slavery, family. Come on, Yeshua is speaking it and we're on covenant with it. There's an ignorant called New Testament. Read again, Cal. What Yeshua say?
But woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
What people?
This people.
Hallelujah, keep reading.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive in all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Now, Yeshua is telling you about captivity and slavery. Family, come on now. Yeshua is telling you, he said, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, so my Israelite, and shall be led away captive into all nations. He said some nations, and your rulers shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, and times the Gentiles be fulfilled. Family, I go today's prophets. We want to get this message out of Israel.
That's right.
We love y'all.
That's right.
Said, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. We're here to do our Father's will. It's all about love. We pray that you guys get to understand this message today.
That's right.
We want to get out of Israel. Shalom, family. We love y'all.
Yes.
We want to salute IUIC. We want to salute kings and priests.
Shalom.
Temple
Shalom.
Israelites.
Shalom.
D.O.C. We want to salute all our brothers that's doing the work today as we're doing.
That's right.
Hey, brothers, we love y'all, brother. Keep it real and keep doing the highest work.
All
Shalom.
praise.
Peace,
Yeah.
man.
Shalom.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Awesome job, my brother. Awesome message.